167. Okay, 167, right outside is an Office Depot sign. I use that as my sign. So I play with my eyes and say, whoa, I can see all the every letter words. So I know the improvement or not. Okay, now there's a, see, remember when we talk about our eyes is collecting dots? There are some doctors invented this type of glasses, so it kind of force your eye to look at dots. The reason it doesn't work that well is because when you look at pictures, your eyes are already moving, it's catching dots already. So this one, very, very mild. When you have very mild, it works. But most of the time, it doesn't work.
What is it supposed to cure?
Force your eye, the muscle to move again. Because when you start looking at pictures, it's okay. But if you wear this to read your emails or read the documents, at least that way, it doesn't hurt your eyes anymore. Yeah, so don't look at the building, don't look at big pictures, it's not helping you. But it's only good for reading documents.
Oh.
Okay, so it kind of forces your eyes to move. Okay, see, this might block the word, right? So you have to move your eye to see it. Okay, but when you look at a whole picture, your eyes are just moving right already. Now, okay, did you realize that when you walk, okay, kids is very different. Okay, so if you have small child, toddler, you could ask them. See, when they walk, they see the peripheral angles. They could see things moving backward when they walk forward. We don't see that anymore. Okay, you don't look this far unless somebody alerts you. So you're looking at this. So that means your eye doesn't move all the way out anymore. But for toddlers, for kids, they don't wear glasses, they look even further. So when they walk, it looks like all the side is moving backwards when you're moving forward. Okay? So you could do that too. Teach your eye to do that. One way to teach you to do that, to start the beginning, okay, you could look at this angle, take this angle, and then you turn this angle, but turn your body with it, and your eyes turn it this way. So pretty soon, your eyes vibrate back, so you walk, you could see backward. Once you do that, your near sight is going to degrade so fast, faster than coupling. Okay, so you could do that. You do about 10 to 15 minutes a day to train your body. So you turn from one corner, the body and eye have to go along with it. Okay, so going back and forth. No, the whole body, not your head. Head still, the body move along with the head. Okay, so you can see that, and then pretty soon, oh yeah, I could see the peripheral angles. No, don't turn your head.
Oh,
see, the body move along the head. It look like your head is frozen, okay? Your head is frozen, you move it along with it. Okay? The eye move along with the objects. Okay? Don't focus on, focus on this corner and that corner, so you just go 180. Go 180, okay? Okay, before you do that, okay? No, before you do that, okay? Try to see the peripheral. It's hard. You have to pay attention to it. But once you did that for about 10 sets, you automatically start seeing this. Okay? So you walk, you see things are moving backward. You can see things at the corner of your eye moving backward. So that means your eye is stretched all open now. That's how you're stretching the muscle back. Okay? So once the muscle recover, your eyesight improves. But again, it takes about 4 or 5 months to get grasp on it. Okay?
How long do you need to do it a day at least to get that
10,
kind of
15
income?
minutes. Along with the light, it's even faster. Along with the light, it's even faster. So you just figure a way how to stretch that muscle, get the circulation back. The more you could do it, the faster you recover. No, that don't count.
It's like,
Hey, there's Amy. There's no Amy.
I can see.
No, that's Amy. They said you're watching tennis. Does that help?
But you don't move your nap. You don't move back. Next time you move to watch it tennis. That will work.
Can you sit on a swivel chair to do it?
Ping pong is easier.
Yeah?
It's not. I mean, it's not that far.
So that's how you fix nearsight. All the sight is fixed by that, by the motion, and look as fast as you can. Okay. See, for you, the one who wear glasses, look at the far side of the hill. Okay, then you see how focused or defocused it is. Then working on your eye, then look at it again. It's much clearer during that moment. Okay, it's like any ailment. The first time you do it, it probably lasts you for 15 seconds. The second day you do it, it's gonna last 30. You have to build on it. So oh, I see clear. About half an hour later, I see the same thing. It go back. Okay, no, just build on that. That'll clear that. So, but I'm lazy. 6 months is still a long time. I need to figure out something I could do in 3 weeks. But that's the concept. See, once you get a concept, you could always have a way to bring it back. Okay? Now, floaters. Okay? What causes floaters? Again, circulation in the eye. The circulation in the eyes is basically caused by the liver again. It's not clear. Okay? Cataract and floater is very, very similar. One is the debris, one is not supplying enough blood. So you don't have enough blood going through it. So strain the kidney, strain the blood flow to the eyes, then you get the floater is gone.
Liver?
Huh?
Kidney?
Liver.
Oh, liver. Okay.
Liver.
I said kidney.
Okay? Get the liver that have deliver stronger blood 2 or 3 times, the floater is gone. You only develop those floater if you're very tired for a period of time. Then you start developing floaters. Now if you, okay, go back to cataract, okay? Remember, everything is 9, even the retina that we have, so 9 levels, 9 lenses. 9 lenses. Okay? You can find out which lenses have problem. So just focus on that. It could be multiple lenses, it could be one. Where's that at? You could do a
The inside, the lens
Oh, yeah.
inside.
Yeah, the eye, the eyeball, the retinas, the eyeball that you have, you actually have 9 lenses. So find out which one that is, that block. Cataract is blocked. So it built up residue in this lens or this lens. So you clear that. Once it's clear, you get clear faster. So you could use heat. Again, if you're working, you can see daylight. Use the light bulb. Don't use the 65 watts, it's not hot enough. Okay, use the 100 watts. Again, at the beginning, close your eyes. Once you get better at it, open your eyes. If you practice every morning, it's like, it's pretty much like our teachers. Say, oh, I can see the stairs. Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny though. Is it last week? A week before? With the get-together. Some guy handed the guy, oh, you need a cap. Because of the sun. I could see the sun. Why do I need a cap for it? It's kind of fun. If you get used to it, when you look at the sun, right? It's really fun. If you get used to it, right? So, what it is, okay, here's the sun. Let's use a different color. White. Okay, so it's so bright you can't even see the sun. Right? If you relax your eyes, the more you relax, you kind of feel a film on it. You will have a film. You can look right at the ball. So you don't see the bright light, you only see the ball. Just relax. The more you relax, the more you could do it. It's cool. Try it someday. But don't do it high noon, okay? Morning or evening. Okay?
When I see the sun,
Yeah.
I see away from the sun there were 5 to 7 watches.
Yeah.
What were they?
Well, the sun produces rainbow. They have 7 different colors. So you're seeing different colors at a different angle. Okay. So even, I know, one lady offered me, the sun is purple. I said, no, it's not. Depends on what angle you're coming from.
Yeah.
Amy sees all kinds of colors. Yeah?
Huh?
Amy, she said she saw all kinds of colors.
See, the sunlight produces 7 different, well, more than that in between there. Okay? So it depends on what angle you come from. So no, you should see purple. No, depends where the sun is. High noon, you can see it, yeah, it's purple because it's strongest. In the evening, you can see it red. A little higher, you can see orange, and then usually blue, you see yellow. You can see all that color. Depends what the angle comes from.
Most of the time I see in the center of the sun
Yeah.
is green.
Yeah. You see green, I see the blue.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. Whatever you see is okay. Okay? But what I'm saying is, if you relax your eyes like you have wearing sunglasses in, so it's covered up so it doesn't burn your eyes.
Like we saw the eclipse the other day.
Oh, that's different. Plastic bag, the black plastic bag. Whoa, orange.
That was so cool.
So we were trying to see the Venus, right? Venus is passing through the sun, between the sun. So we saw it. We actually saw it. It's like, God, it's so hard to spot. It's like the Chinese sesame ball, but with one sesame.
One seed. Yeah.
One seed. So it was cool. So you could see it cutting and say, dang, but that's small though. So all you need to do is see. You want to see the sun, like right now. Just bring something you couldn't see through, like the black plastic, the trash bag. You go out there, then you see a big orange ball. You can see it that way. I learned that when I was 4 years old.
Yeah, so Paul cut out plastic bags. Terry mean low. People wait in the parking lot, look at these three.
What those crazy people doing? So yeah, okay, so floater is the same, right? Liver first, then eye second. You have to get the liver right first. Okay? Because that's the source, the floater. If you don't get the strong flow from the liver, you don't get you won't get flow to go away. Okay, so that's floaters. So the last, most important one is macular degenerations. What's a macular degeneration to the eyes? to the eye doctor, your retinas is open up holes. So if you could read the sentences, okay, here's the sentences. Okay, so depends where the degeneration is, so it blocks out. Okay, it's not floated. So it's like
Cover it.
you couldn't see it. So you could see both sides, but you couldn't see the middle. See, floaters is moving. Okay, floater moves. Muscular degeneration, it doesn't move. It's always occurs the same thing. So they said, okay, this muscle start degenerating, and it's actually is not getting enough blood through. The same thing. This is I call it a severe floater. So again, liver and eye. See, cataract, you treat the eye capillary. Muscular degeneration, you have to go for the liver and the eye.
What about retinal detachment?
There's not enough blood going through.
They said it's stretching, so, I mean, it started out with like latex with like holes in it,
Mm-hmm.
so it stretched very far and
Yeah.
it could get worse and you can go blind.
Right. That's retinal detachment is basically the capillary is so weak it starts breaking off. See, everything is hold on by blood flow or capillaries. See, if the capillaries start breaking it off, that's when you just start having problems.
So it's getting, blood flow is getting worse.
Yeah. So what you do is build the capillary back, sending a lot of blood there. Again, blood qualities. So everything is about blood qualities, how clean and nutritious your blood is. See, the root cause is when you start the capillary breaking up. Why is breaking up? Okay, blood couldn't get there. Okay, so it could be the neck vertebrae, it could be the liver, not delivering enough blood. That's one. But the quality to able to have the capillary rebuilt, the quality of the blood have to be there. Okay, so the root cause is blood quality. So you get the correct, open the channel, the blood flow in there, it will reattach. Why? Did it. Have documents proof too. Said, retinal detachment. He said, give me 2 months. Okay. So 2 months, went back and checked. Said, oh, it's fine. It must be wrong diagnosed last time. Okay, okay, whatever, who cares? So, we are what we eat. If you get your blood quality up, your hydration up, you seldom get any problem. You still go get problem because we go get injury. You got all kinds of that, but it won't deteriorate to the point it's non-recoverable. Or you have to go to the doctor, they stitch it up. They stitch up this time, but it could occur the second time. Or the other eyes will start having that problem too. Okay, when you have a retina detach, now that time, avoid the sun a little bit first. Because your capillary is very fragile because of the quality of blood. Sun force it to move faster, it could burst that. So make it worse. So at that time, avoid the sun for a little while until you can get your blood correct. So everything you have to just look at such situation what that call for. See, we just don't exercise our eye enough. We force our eyes not to exercise enough to cause a lot of eye problem. Why? Because our eyes supposed to exercise, supposed to move, but we are reading a lot of stuff, we force it not to exercise.
So playing badminton is very good. You're
Hmm?
gonna watch the birdie, right? Yeah?
Well, what's a birdie, it's okay.
Mm.
Watching stars at night is good. Because then you have to be looking everywhere for the stars. Or shooting stars.
No, but watching the Celtic run. Flash.
What about those people that eyes don't move?
Hmm?
I mean, the muscles, or one eye move, the other eye don't move. You know how
Lazy eye.
lazy eye, yeah.
Lazy eyes?
Muscle,
Start.
because of the muscle,
It doesn't move the eyeball.
they don't move. I mean, if you turn in and look
Yeah.
at things, both eyes should follow.
Mhm.
But sometimes
Yeah.
one eye will have problem and will not move.
Well, they could born defective. The most of the problem is born defective.
So is there any way of fixing those?
Couldn't think of anything right now, just like Down syndrome. Right? When you have Down syndrome, you could maintain that kid at that level. Will it just improve it? It's very hard. Although I'm trying to suppressing chromosome 21 right now. If I'm successful, the kid will turn much better. The mom is also is much better already. But I don't know. Because I don't know what caused that issue. I haven't run to a person with that problem yet, but maybe later on we can figure it out. So at least they don't deteriorate further. Oh. Let's see, no, Mr. No, yeah, okay, we only have one Mr. Showing the edge of very beginning of muscular degeneration. Okay, so when you check your eyes, what's your flow efficiencies? Anybody find out what your flow efficiency is?
Blood flow efficiency?
Yeah. On both of your eyes, not one, both.
This has nothing to do with whether you are far-sighted or nearsighted. The flow is efficiency is just a blood flow, right?
All it does, if you're farsighted, nearsighted, you don't get to 100%.
Of course.
Not just the eye, muscle, okay? Muscle meaning the eyeball, not the retina, outside the muscles. I mean, this muscles, okay? lenses doesn't move. It's this muscle that causes the red one, those the muscle is vibrate, bring the lens to move. Lens doesn't move, okay? I know someone who could stop the lens, so you move the lens. move the muscles, not the lens.
The muscles wrapping around the
Yep.
eyeball
Yep.
outside.
Outside. Pretty soon I will become the most hated person on earth. Who? Me.
Because no glasses, no prescription glasses.
I'm hitting all kinds of doctors. Every type of doctors I'm hitting on them. Hitting on them with the pocketbooks.
If you're successful and everyone believes it, unfortunately, it's not that easy to get them to convince them.
Yeah, but if you start showing results, guess what?
That's true. Facts. You can't argue facts.
I know some of the doctors people that, oh, you did mental exam. So I fire back, how do you know it's just a mental problem? I saw the person feel much better. Why do you care? Is it really physical or mental? How do you know the problem wasn't started with the mental in the first place?
But we're also finding that a lot of doctors are saying to their clients, I don't want to know, but as long as it works, it's great. I don't want to know, but that's like more progress and already, right? They say keep it up. I don't, because it's working.
Oh yeah. See, once you're working on that round muscle, you can see it even more clear.
I mean, I only can push so much in one time. It was like calcified. I
Yeah,
can push
so-
to like low
So
mentis.
for you to play badminton, so move the eye faster. If you see 10 birdies, that's even better. Give you a better odds to hit the one.
Can you play with two birdies right away? Like when we have two rackets. Did you try that?
Or you hold 2 rackets on each hand. You got 4 now, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying, I keep missing because I'm trying to get them off.
Okay, so clear about how to get eyes now? That's mostly 90% of the population have this above problem we explained. Okay, muscular degeneration is the most, I wouldn't say most difficult. It takes a longer time to get through because you have to clear out. So if the capillary at the back here is blocked, so you have to clear it. Okay, now for cataract, it's the lens. So you have to work on the lens. Floater is the lens. Glaucoma, muscular degeneration is the eye muscles. Far sight, near sight, eye muscles. Okay, I'm gonna drive your sister crazy. Nah, that discuss with her, so you don't need to be a surgeon. You can have patients all the way around the block.
Just put them under, tell them you gave them surgery, and put a bandage on, right?
Yeah, just keep on it for 7 days, you'll be fine.
Right.
7 days, wow, this is good. But you're such a good doctor, I don't even have a scratch on it.
No pain either.
Okay. So you guys go figure that out, okay? I just stick on like the breast enlargement, that will get me rich already. Hollywood, here I come. Hey, it works. Okay, so That's about the eyes. Any more questions on eyes? So once your eyes, might as well cover ears too, okay? Eyes and ears, same thing. Ears, C2, C3, same thing. But you draw a line coming in, but that's where those two are for. So most of them, sudden loss hearing before his age is the neck vertebrae.
It has the same like, so but it's connected to kidneys or liver?
Ringing ears is kidneys and neck vertebrae,
Oh, okay.
both, okay? Ringing ears.
So it has two energy lines from kidneys, like eyes get from the liver?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
about clogged ears?
Huh?
Neck vertebrae then? Clogged?
Clogged ear is normally, it's a it's mostly, it's a vertebrae twisted.
What
It's
about,
not twisted forward.
What is clogged ear?
Well,
You can't
Well,
hear it?
pressure, yeah, you couldn't hear,
Ah.
this is blocking it, okay? It's like, pressure. Pressure, when it flying or get to a very high elevation, you feel that block, okay?
what about
How come I have it all the time, Paul?
Okay.
the egg
Open?
So does that mean I have twisted? Because I have it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's, most likely is the vertebrae twisted slightly to pull on both ears.
Yeah, I got it on the point.
Yeah, when you push it forward, normally it will block your hearing. You start losing hearing sight. Okay? As older people do getting that, it could be the eardrum effect. I call the eardrum effect. Says when you have the ear, okay, you got ear here, okay, right here. You have those eardrums. What's the blood flow in the eardrums? The eardrum normally vibrates like this. Okay, when you get sufficient blood flow, it vibrates correctly. When you're not getting sufficient blood flow, it vibrates slower. When you hit it, okay, it's harder. See, everything is about blood flow. When you get the blood flow in there, just like the muscle.
It's like a
It's
little,
bouncy.
it's like a little muscle basically,
Mhm.
like a membrane.
Yep.
It's also muscle.
Yep, it's just like a membrane. Okay, so there's a little muscle there. So you get sufficient blood in there, it vibrates correctly. When the sound hits it, it vibrates correctly, so you could hear the sound. But when you get it harder, okay, you normally start losing out the high pitch noise because it doesn't vibrate that fast. Okay. And the low-
Nowadays, there are a lot of people that are on, what's that,
Hearing
assisted
aids.
hearing
Miracle
aids.
ear.
Miracle ear, I
Miracle
don't know
ear,
that. The hearing aid,
Right.
they can hear with the hearing aid.
Right.
But if they are like 50–60% already damaged,
Mhm.
is it possible to bring them back by putting in more energy and getting more blood flow into that area
Yeah.
and straightening the,
Figure out why the blood is not flowing in there. Figure, again, is blood quality again.
but why is it with the hearing aid they can hear it? It's
Because it's-
amplified.
Yeah, it amplifies the noise.
Mm.
So see, it hit it harder,
Source is closer.
okay?
So that means that it's not totally deaf yet,
No, it's not,
it's just
But-
it's weakened.
correct. But, I have several clients, they are in the early 30s, they suddenly lost their hearing. It's all of a sudden they lost their hearing. It's a vertebrae issue.
What if it's a gradual?
Gradually, it's due to the blood. Okay, that's what they call age. Age is just that you have enough time to dirty your blood to create the situations. Or the vertebrae is just slightly off to reduce the blood flow. So after years and years, then you start showing some damage or lowering function. Don't call it damage, lowering function.
What if they are already 50–60% damaged? What's the,
Unless somebody really slapped you pretty hard in the ear, it's very seldom you have 50–60% damage. I wouldn't say damage, 60% is function because the blood
Dysfunction,
flow wasn't get there. But
is it possible to get it back to 100%
100% no,
without a hearing aid?
yeah, 100% probably not, but certain 80–90% is easily to achieve it back.
So they still need hearing aid?
No, When you're at 80%, you lose some high pitch or very low pitch, but in general, you could still hear it. Okay, or sometimes they hear it with a little bit of background noise,
Uh-huh.
but they still could hear it. When you're about 80% above, you normally don't need hearing aids.
I had that problem before,
Henry,
all the,
why you hit her so hard?
all the background.
What? What did you say?
All the background noise is so heavy that I can't hear people talking. And then I see the doctor clean it out and it's totally fine.
Yeah.
How do you fix this?
Clear it out, clear what out?
Well, they have
Well,
this
earwax.
suction, exactly.
Right,
They
you just have too much earwax.
But how do we help them energetically?
You don't need to help them energetically, why you waste energy in that for?
Right.
Just go get some vodka and drop it in, that's fine. That clear it up, that clears it.
You have, you can drop things into it.
Oh yeah. Just drop a vodka in, it will dissolve that thing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Full strength? Full strength vodka?
Takes
Yeah,
me now.
Just a
Smirnoff.
fine bottle of vodka. It works. It works like a charm.
Okay, keep it for how long?
Vodka cure forever.
I mean 5 seconds?
No, just drop it in because it's alcohol. It will evaporate.
Oh, okay. I
So
thought you
don't
had
don't
to-
worry about it. Don't worry about it. I do it to my dogs all the time. Ooh, earwax. The next day go, oh, I'll clear it out. Yeah, you could do that.
You just
Or you could pay your
pour-
doctor how to pick it out.
Pour, like a syringe you?
Yeah, you could use a syringe just to, or you could,
It's like a dropper, like you have for your eyes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can just like.
or you could actually go to the old-fashioned Chinese massagers. They clean your ear out for you.
Use that weird little candle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You could use that too. Okay, you're lazy, use vodka. Anything is like 85% proof above, we'll do it.
Make sure you don't just hear.
Oops, it went the wrong way. But I still could hear it. Still improved
The
it.
membrane's gonna block it.
So,
Now, I went to a
That's how you-
Russian dinner, they do this, they have a big glass of water and vodka, they say always drink water with your vodka,
Never
then
did it.
you,
They don't know how to drink.
really? No, they said then you don't get
The
hungover.
more you drink water, the more chance you have to puke.
Really?
Eating is better.
Oh, yeah, they served a lot of food, like
Trust me, I did
salmon.
my apartment. You're in my different life.
nothing beats experience.
Yeah. The more you drink, the more you.
Really?
So, let's put it the typical ears. Okay, ear infection, just clear the lymph nodes out. The lymph nodes out there, clear it out. You get ear infection, so that's 30%. Oh, water's not balancing, that's total bogus. Say, oh, you're in between the ears as well, you have water, so the water doesn't balance. Say, how could the water doesn't balance? Your head is full of water, so how come it's not balanced?
What you're saying is 你水唔平衡.
Mm-hmm. No. It was like it's the lymph nodes blocked, so it couldn't come up to create that situation. So,
Oh, while you are at it, next month you're going to the cruise. A lot of people will have a dizziness, I mean, seasickness.
not in the cruise, the boat's too big, too flat for it.
Some people still do.
You need to
That's more psychologically.
Yeah, so they eat ginger. And then there's also a pressure point. But then
Yeah.
Is there any energy
But
one?
most of that is psychologically.
Yeah, because you don't even feel it move, right?
You don't feel it move because the boat is so flat.
Yeah, there's so many old people go on cruises and they do fine.
And especially we're going to go Baja. Baja is kind of much better. If you go Atlantic, yeah, that's obviously an issue. But yeah, the boat is too big. You don't pose that problem. You guys could welcome to join us at the boat is Carnival.
It's from San Francisco?
No, Long Beach.
Or from Long Beach to Baja? Okay.
It go to Carnival. We'll go Cabo for 2 days, then go in Puerto Vallarta for 1
Oh,
day.
okay, that's,
Then let's come back to 2 days fun at the sea. That's cool. Actually, it's not bad. Sea is good. Ooh, great for detox. Get up 4 o'clock in the morning to detox. So it's good. But I don't know why I go to cruise for it. I'm not that big an eater anymore. Before, yeah. Food. Okay, so that's the eardrums. Yeah, you could have earwax. You don't need a lot of chemical. There are a lot of things you don't really need chemical to do all those do all the things that you do. It's pretty simple stuff. Okay. Yeah, vodka works very well.
it's like a small one, in Bevmo, like shot.
1 shot one that lasts for 5 years already, because it's hard to do it 2
I
drops.
think I'm gonna try that.
Unless you do an experiment, see if you can get drunk through your ears.
You can do it in the next class.
You can do it for me.
You drops.
Do you have a drum?
Well, no, but I
So you
have
don't
these mineral
dilute it,
bottles
just
that
2
it's not
drops?
really-
Yeah, see, like I remember when I was a kid, my mom, like, so in Russia it was culture, like you have an ear, like, ear sick, I don't know if it was working or not. Yeah, you put like, like she would put like piece of, whatever, like either cotton or something. She would like make it like, even like, it could be vodka or it could be pure spirit, and she would make like a compress, here, because it activates and it provides a heat, I think, that's why.
Yeah.
And then you just cover it, so like, and when I was little, I was sick, and I had like some,
Ear infection.
ear infection. I had that a lot, so, it smells kind of weird when you're a kid, other than that.
See, the purpose of that, using alcohol is to create a faster circulations.
Just,
When you have a faster circulation, there's a chance it could help to break open the lymph nodes.
actually, yeah, in Russia they
That's-
keep like, we have
That's
like
about it, okay?
Then we can use this for all kinds of things to
high
break
fever.
over.
High fever, yeah.
You
You got
just
alcohol with high fever.
rub it.
It help you evaporate it faster.
Take the,
But but for kid high fever, the more effective. There's a couple of Chinese herb, jiso, purple color. Just use the purple stuff in the color, soak their feet into it.
Jiso is when you eat the Shanghai crab. You use the jiso you.
So
Is it
normally,
complicated
the initial fever is caused by that. Once you go soak their feet into it, you go, it's a herb, it's purple color.
Does it smell a little bit like mint?
Yeah.
Yeah, where it
Yeah.
has like a little bit of fur or something?
Right,
Yeah,
so
okay.
you just throw it in the hot water,
Rose
soak their
hip
feet
and
into it, the
Vietnamese
next day it's
What is
gone.
it?
Hmm?
What is it called?
You can buy in Chinese, Vietnamese grocery stores. Yeah.
That's one way.
But when you
Secondly,
eat Vietnamese food, they serve you that. I'll show you next time.
second thing you could do it is it for infant, for a toddler, rub the heart muscle energy line, go backward. Go backwards a couple 100 times, and it will be gone by tomorrow.
The fever.
Fever, yeah, when you have a fever, just go backward. So normally we go this way, but for a fever, go backwards.
Oh, mine really hurts.
you're having fever.
No, I have heart issues, so
It's,
it really hurts.
it's much easier given the herbal drink, which tastes like dog poop,
Mhm.
or give them a needle.
Okay. Smells bad too.
See, about the herb, it works. But most of the time you throw it out. For kids, they throw it back out. So, but then the Chinese herbs start using sugar to make it sweet for the kids, but then that doesn't work. Okay.
Well, jiso is when you eat the Shanghai crab in November and October.
Yeah.
Those crabs are very cold.
Mhm, yeah.
So you have to use those jiso to neutralize it. So probably this one gives you a lot of heat, so that it will make your circulation
Well,
go faster and
Most
your
of
fever
the
comes
time,
down.
okay, so most of the time you look at things, it's just like, it's always the opposites to create, okay? Like fish, right? Fish is acid, okay? Acid is heat, right? We feel, the Chinese medicine is called heat is acid. But because fish, especially fish in America, blue water, is cold, it's ice cold. So they have to find a way to keep warm, so they have to be in opposite body to keep them alive, otherwise they die. Okay, because if their tendency is alkaline, the blood doesn't flow, and you live in the cold water, you're gonna die. So normally, you just look at what kind of environment they're in, when did they born or live under what certain environment, you could tell it's acid or alkaline. It's pretty much what you could tell. Okay, so most of the fruit or vegetable in the summer, they're all alkaline. Most of they are alkaline based because the weather's too hot. So you have to be cold. Cold meaning alkaline, hot meaning acid. So you have to go equal and opposite. Okay.
So the winter fruit is the
Nu-
other way
more
around.
neutral.
More neutral.
More neutral.
Like pear.
Winter and spring is more neutral. Like pear or like
Apple.
apples, they are in the neutral. Okay.
Grapes.
Grapes, yeah. So vice versa. In the spring, it's more neutral. But things grow. See, in the fall. Okay, in the fall, it's basically neutral but slightly alkaline. Okay, in the spring, it's still close to neutral but slightly acid, because the things grow fast, it's acid.
So cherries, apricots are slightly acid,
Yeah,
which is season right now.
Mm.
right. So that's why cherry, if you overeat cherry, you're constipated.
Mhm.
That's the reason. That's the reason why you're constipated. Yeah. So you look at the season, how they grow. Okay, so you could tell. So this like a watermelon is very alkaline. We all know that it's very alkaline. So the watermelon, that's why it's right in the heart of the summer. Okay, of course, it's not 100%. Okay, it's not 100%. There's exceptions.
How about persimmons, acid, huh?
Persimmon is acid. But if you could sweat, it's fantastic fruit.
So all citruses are alkaline because it's kind of late
Mm-hmm.
fall.
Yeah. So you just look at the seasonal, because our body grow with it too, okay? So summer, watermelon makes your body feel fantastic. Winter, you feel watermelon. After the second one, ugh. Okay.
Because it's cold already.
Well, it's cold already. Okay, during winter, we're like a polar bear. We're supposed to hibernate. You store. So that's why on winter, mostly all of us get a little fat. The weight's a little more. No matter how you try to avoid eating healthy, your winter weight is going to be heavier than summer weight. Okay? Because summer is supposed to expel. So if you catch a cold or something during the summer, it's so easy to recover because your body is expelling.
So in 4 seasons like Canada, Russia, it will be even more.
Yeah.
Like what compared to California?
Yeah. Well, it depends. I think I told you guys the story before. I have this gentleman from Russia. That's his blood is so thick, he's actually become having that severe blood thinners. But he don't have the problem when he's in Colorado. It's only when he moved to California. So, well, you have to cut back the meat. See, most of the problem here, when we move to a different place, we don't change our diet to localize it. And we retain the same old diet that we had before. Then they create a lot of problems. Good example, your friends, right? 3 mangoes, boom, 2 her in, right off the bat. Okay? I give her the recipe, so when she's feeling better tonight, she'll probably go for another 3 tomorrow.
I have 4 in the office. She's gonna eat.
Yeah, now she had the antidote.
What is the antidote for the mango?
For mango, because the beta carotene is so high, okay? So it creates a very imbalance on the pancreas. Okay? So to reverse it, you have 4 things to do that. Chinese broccoli could do that. Chrysanthemum tea could do that. Okay, along with a little grass, and the last one, lotus. Lotus or lotus leaves. Those are the antidotes.
So how do you do that? Chrysanthemum, you can
Brew
brew
the tea.
tea.
Yeah, make a soup. The rest of them you can make a soup. Or for lotus, you could eat it raw if you wanted to.
Tea.
You mean lotus root
No,
or
no.
the seed?
No, lotus, not lotus seed.
Lotus root.
Lotus root.
Lino.
Yep. You
But
can eat raw,
lino
you
is
don't-
supposed to be hot too.
No, sir.
Oh, eat it raw.
Yeah.
Oh, raw is then.
So I'll buy mango ice cream, for sure. So bad.
So,
Can we do that and then salt?
the salt, don't do as well, because it's
Really?
not aiming at it. The salt is all more general, okay? So this is kind of aimed at that organ, so it's more effective that way.
So
Or the best-
we can eat a mango and then go and have a
The best
cup
antidote is,
chrysanthemum tea.
the best antidote is for the mango. After you eat it, you go out and exercise and get a sweat.
I did that, but still not working.
Go to the sauna.
Not enough.
Just go to the sauna then, right?
Like the famous Indian line, right? We go, at the end of the day, everything will be fine. If it's not fine, it's not the end yet.
Oh, you saw the movie, The Marigold?
Yes.
Oh, no, I saw the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day, everything will be fine.
Yes.
It's not the end,
Because
it's not fine, it's not the end yet. So,
on Tuesday, then I eat 1.5 mango because nighttime I go to play badminton then. After I go to sweat and coming up.
And then how do you feel?
Sore throat.
Oh, soft. Then next time try only half.
Too
You have to
hard.
share with Michael.
no, or you could bring it to me, I could do a demo for you.
You can watch
Oh, did
all
you
week
drink
eating,
your
right?
chrysanthemum tea and?
No,
So you have to
Do
do
all
that.
4 or just one of the
Just
4?
Anyone.
anyone.
One of the 4,
Oh,
one
okay.
of the 4.
So you can just
Chrysanthemum.
have like
So
one
chrysanthemum
small
tea is the
Filipino
easiest.
mangoes and
Yeah.
everything.
Chrysanthemum
And then
tea is
you
the
use
easiest,
the
yeah.
Mexican
Yeah, you have
ones.
it around all that.
No,
You can buy the
the
flowers.
Filipino.
No, also, we go to
the-
Maogan.
Mexican.
You have to use
Arrow
both.
root.
The big one.
Amalgam and
Arrowroots, yeah.
So you just
Arrow
like
roots.
Well, where do you get the
use like
arrow
one more than one.
I need to Chinese local
but
store.
Malgam,
It's
do
a-
you need to cook it or just?
Yeah, you need to cook.
Oh, so big and.
Okay, those
She don't
two
want it,
works like a champ.
and there's, okay, let me get. Okay.
Those two works like a champ.
Malgam you can use the tea,
My
but
liver's so
Try to
screwed
mix
up.
with the vodka. We'll see what happens.
I
No.
can have mango.
No, the arrowroot is aimed at the livers, right at the livers. And the other, the chrysanthemum is right at the pancreas, because mango affects those 2 organs. So those 2 are aimed right at it, so that's the antidote.
How long do you cook the arrowroot?
You bring it to boil, then you kind of simmer in kind of medium flame for about like 25 minutes.
Make some pills.
You can't
and
use
a
the
little
tea.
salt.
Huh?
Maybe.
Malgam tea?
Malgam tea,
Not strong enough.
Yeah, close enough.
It's a business idea. Just
Too
make some
mild, it doesn't work.
Mhm.
Well, I think you like it because they add sugar in it, so if I actually use 15 bags, that probably will work.
I don't eat mango.
Then the sugar still content is too high, so you'd be helpful.
You have to share with me.
Well, no, you don't want to gain weight, then you don't share. Chinese don't sing, right? You all know. So in the old days, right, so most of the Chinese are very skinny, so they all want to gain weight. So there's old saying that if you eat it all by yourself, you can't gain weight.
So you have to share.
So you have to share. So if I don't want to gain weight, then I don't share. That's my favorite one. Are you going to share that? No, I want to gain weight. I don't want to gain weight. It's like, huh? So it's like I drive some youngster crazy. So they send me the joy Facebooks. So I always reflect back. I don't want my face on the book. So all this year, I haven't been on the Facebook. Never did. Even my kids went to Italy. They said, "Oh, you could go to Facebook, just become a member." I said, "No, I would not watch the photos."
You can create a fake account.
Yeah.
Does the arrowroot taste bad?
No,
Sweet.
actually,
When
the
you
two
cook
you
it?
come to, you have a sweet taste. Trace a sweet taste on it, so it's pretty good. You have a sleep problem, that's what you use.
So do you have to cook it fresh, or can you
They're
store it?
dry.
They're
It's
dry.
dry.
You buy it dry.
No, but when you cook it,
You put in water.
You put it in water.
yeah, but can you save that, or do you have to make it fresh every day?
Well, you can save that.
Oh yeah, you
You can make a big batch?
Yeah.
Yeah, just stick it in the fridge.
And share.
Then you have to use a whole bunch. You know, those,
Yeah.
maogan,
Yeah,
it's
it's
very,
It's a proximal one.
yeah.
Well, you buy a pound, it's big enough.
Big,
No,
yeah.
there's one not here. I know one.
Yeah.
We can go after this.
Okay. Should I run too far?
Bags.
Astro. Is that
Yeah.
on the left? Yeah.
Okay. So any more on the eyes and ears,
Oh,
hearing?
question. For the eye, you know that most people that beer and which part they start damage first.
What idea?
Uh-huh.
The diabetic is basically the blood's too thick. See, that's why when you're diabetes, your blood pressure is high, okay? Your blood sugar is high, your cholesterol is high, your triglyceride is high, so your blood is very thick, it's very sugary, okay? Oh, okay, if you guys want, a few minutes, we could go pretty quickly, how the heart attack is formed. Okay, heart attack is formed is not high cholesterol. Okay, high cholesterol does not form heart attacks. So if you do a research, do a search on Google, most of the heart attack occurred from diabetes. Most of the people who have diabetes end up with heart attack. Okay, heart attacks really cause the inflammation from the arteries. Okay, remember sugar is acid. If your body contains a lot of acid, every time they go through your artery, they put scratches on it because they try to eat through your arteries. So if your blood is containing a high level of sugar, every minute of it gets what your arteries do. Once you get scratched, so you could get inflammation. It's the inflammation that causes your heart attack. See, which is a scratch. Now, instead of the cholesterol just passing through your artery, now it's attached. It's like a smooth surface, right? Very smooth surface. You try to stick something on it, it doesn't stick. Okay? If you have scratch on it, now they could stick it on. That's how you get that. You have to get inflammation first before the cholesterol stuck in the artery and cause you heart disease. So most of the people that don't have a diabetes issues, don't have a sugar issues, high cholesterol doesn't mean anything. Okay, but if you start taking the cholesterol, the statin on it, especially females, it's going to lead to you have diabetes. The study has proven, okay, for females, taking the cholesterol for more than 5 years, 43% of the study, the women, develop diabetes.
You mean taking the anti-cholesterol medicine?
No, statin.
Statin, yeah, anti-statin.
Statin.
Yeah.
We can send it to you, it's like a Time
Yeah.
music article about that.
It's a study already, so I didn't make that up. Okay, statin is the cholesterol lowering medicine, either Lipitor or any other drugs. They use statin on it. So that will lead to you 5 years. It's it. Within 5 years, 43% develop diabetes, and that will kill you. Okay, so that's how you get heart attacks. It's pretty much a stroke. High blood pressure doesn't cause strokes. It has where the blood pressure occur. High blood pressure occur. Which organ? The brain, and because the next of the brain doesn't get enough blood. That's how you get strokes. If it's on your liver, big deal. Your liver doesn't function correctly. You're not going to die from it. You're not going to get stroke from it. Okay? So, how many toddlers do we have for autism? You send 2 in, right? You send 1 or 2?
Two.
No, I gave one to Michael. That's
Okay.
all. And
So we
then
have 2 and then,
we have 4.
right, we send 2 in.
Oh, you said, okay.
Okay.
And then I give one to Michael, so,
Yeah.
and then I send another email with the other 2.
Oh, yeah.
So totally we have 5.
Okay, so yeah, so you do, okay, we're going to distribute out, do you have one already? Is it ADHD?
Yeah, I got ADHD, but I don't have a picture, it's like a visual.
Okay,
it's a visual.
no, well, autism is more severe. If you would get the autism, you would get ADHD. It's just a snap of finger. ADHD, that's all? You want me to treat ADHD? Now just go home, drink some more water.
But we have been treating these 4 autistic kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so, work in pairs, just work one, so,
Mine was ADHD.
huh?
Mine was ADHD.
That's minor stuff. We gotta work heavier. We gotta get some heavyweight.
I don't have a number of things, autism, I think.
I just bought one, you know, the movies,
Movie star?
yeah.
They're all
His son
autistic.
is autistic, that's I
No.
got the picture.
See, you have to follow it. See, autism, get rid of the heavy metal is not finished yet. Okay? You have to get the immune system back up. That's good. See, ADHD, you get rid of the heavy metal and that's it. Okay? For autism, is you have to bring back the immune system. Okay? Because you have to check on the nutrition. For kids, okay, for age, something like 10 and under, okay, age 10 and under, their nutrition should be over 90%. The water hydration should be in the mid-90s. Okay, that's what you call the immune systems. Okay, if they're in the 70s, not good enough. If they are below 90, not good enough. You have to help them bring it back. Once that brought it back, they no longer retain their heavy metal. If you don't bring those 2 back, because during the environmental and the pollution that we have, the heavy metal will come back. Okay, so you waste all the energy getting the heavy metal out, but you have to get those out. 10 years or under. So autism is a little more complicated than ADHD. Okay, ADHD, the kid itself is capable to getting the heavy metal out, but just need a little boost. Okay, so in general, their nutrition and hydration is getting very close to those numbers. But normally the autism, you're looking at, they are in the 70s there. And here, they're in the low 80s. So you have to bring them back. Okay? How to bring them back is the key. What caused the problem is the key.
If that's not recording, I'll suggest something.
Huh?
I'll mention it after.
Okay, yeah, we do it after class. Okay? So,
Are you still working on the email about the organ frequencies? Remember last time you were
Oh, yeah,
gonna send
yeah,
us
yeah.
an-
I have the papers at home,
Okay,
so I did send it out yet. I sent it to you guys. Absolutely.
He can't wait to make the
On the cruise.
dot.
Make the frequency.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, the most interesting, I still didn't quite 100% capture the intestine yet.
Okay.
Okay. When you capture the intestine 100%, it will fix all the digestion problems. Which part is it that digest more strongly? Which part do more? So I need to figure that one out. But lately been busy balancing hormones.
We will not ask you about that.
No, cancer complaints.
Okay, so it's like very busy on it. Got 2 huge tumors, over 13 centimeters, 13 by 8 by 9. Huge. So it's busy doing hormone rebalancing right now.
Where? In what order?
Hmm?
In what order? Tumors where?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh.
Privacy right. If I give you where, then you know it's a female or a male.
We don't even know who the patient is, so it doesn't
So-
matter.
No, there's actually 3. 2 female, a male. They all need to.
In the sexual
One,
organ.
yeah, one is about 7 centimeters, in a lot of pain. So, but there's also hormone issues. So,
So
working
is
pretty
that
hard.
why it grows so fast for the 7 centimeters?
It isn't cancer. Cancer doesn't grow this fast.
Right, so,
It does not grow this fast. But I got once I get the hormone down, I got the thyroid, the tumor on the thyroid, reduced in half in less than 2-3 days. It was 3 centimeters, now it's down to less than 1. You couldn't even see it
yeah.
in 3 days. No, I couldn't say that. I did get an 18 inches intestine tumor down to 9 in 8 days.
Yeah, because the one here, you don't even see it anymore.
You can't see it anymore because the first walk in, now where is it? Oh, there it is, I found it.
Well, we have the picture to show how he had it, right?
Yeah, now
And
this
now
is
it's
just
gone.
need to get the other one from 7 centimeters down, so he's not in pain anymore.
Because it presses against his,
Yeah, presses against the nerve, that's what it hurts. But lately, he only take the painkiller for preemptive.
So how do you fix the hormone? By food, by nutrition, using 2 alkaline?
Energetic to balance it.
Oh, it's not by diet.
Nope. Well, I put him on a diet too. But diet didn't, because the tumor grows this fast, is blockage. It's not eating, it's blockage. So you could grow this fast. Cancer doesn't grow this fast. Because they just had the CT scan in August, it's in the same area, couldn't find anything. From last August to today, those 7 centimeters, no, cannot be cancer. That's impossible. There's a mathematical calculation about cancers. It takes about 5 years to double in size. So you cannot go from nothing to 7 centimeters in less than a year. No matter what you eat. Okay. Mathematical, so if you put in the probabilities, so you probably double, you can have a chance to double from 4 to 5 years, but not in less than a year.
But that's because it's not cancer, right? Because the other one, when she ate the cherries and her tumor got so big, is that from the sugar?
Yeah.
So the sugar relates to the cancer.
Yeah.
But when it's not cancer, then food doesn't relate.
Well, so we have the pretty big one, so it didn't double, it just grew a lot harder.
Right.
Okay. It's much harder, much more painful. So, because you cannot grow from nothing to something that this fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even you eat a lot of sugar, it takes almost like 4 months to grow another, what, 25% or less? Probably 20%. That's eating a lot of sugar. Okay? Yeah, still we try to refine in cancer, try to do it faster. It's, cancer is ongoing stuff. It's like a human revolution, right? So if you develop something quicker, if you have to develop some more chemical to cause a different type of tumors coming out. So we have to develop another type of energy to modulate.
With computer wires.
Yep. It always gets stronger. You put a more defense up, they're more complicated.
Invent virus first and then they invent antivirus.
Okay, so we prefer to talk about eyes. I think a lot of you really interested in eyes.
Back to the
No
eyes.
glasses next.
Sanguang.
Next time, no glasses.
Sanguang is the same thing.
Is the muscle or the?
It's
the
a
lens?
muscle. It's a muscle. So Sanguang 係英文咩？
Astigmatism.
Yeah, astigmatism is basically it grow with age. See, the lens, unless you clogged it up like cataracts, the lens is always fine. It's a muscle. Let's see, there is
So
another-
散光 is diffuse the light, is that right?
Yeah.
So you can't see very clearly, because it's all,
Yeah. So what you do is 散光 is that, so the astigmatism is pretty easy. Just roll up a hot towel, cover your eyes. Just go meditate that way.
wet hot towel.
Yeah, just do it often. It would-
Also, again, to increase the blood circulation.
Mhm. It's a
So-
muscle.
We can use it anyone that has eye problem.
Right. Eye problem? What eye problem?
Still checking.
And then use your mom's method, the alcohol, instead of here.
That's gonna hurt.
Stain.
That's gonna hurt.
Just on the side. Just on the
Well,
side.
if you cover it, there's something.
Yeah, and then do
Just
it
to
on the
create, but
side.
still dangerous.
Dangerous.
Really dry your eyes.
Eyes, I don't.
Tiger bomb.
Tiger, yeah. Well, I did it on my muscles when I used to run, but not. not in
It
terror.
really get your muscle going. Want to try that? Come on.
Yeah, when you cry a lot, then you will
Yeah.
push more blood into that area.
No, you push more tears.
That's what I'm saying.
Push more tears out. Good study. Huh. Let's go to find somebody that cries a lot, see if they have eyesight problem, right? You exercise your muscle so much. See, I'm helping you get better eyesight.
Blood circulates now. Yeah. I'm not trying to pump.
He's gonna try out.
Yeah.
No, no.
No,
That must be pretty good. Pretty good study, right? Go follow the kid get abused. Those kids cries a lot. It must be. See if they wear glasses.
人係
Withheld
anger. Cry a lot. Because even crying, nobody's going
No,
to
no.
help them.
The best release of anger is crying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
release.
As soon as you cry, the anger goes away
Uh-huh.
already. Okay?
so their problem is withheld anger.
No, they cry, so they released it already. So they need to wear glasses. Kinda cool, huh?
Release it, that's all level problems.
Okay, any more? Any questions? But it's kind of like supposed to be, so I got diverted, so it was a request. It's pretty good too, so I haven't had time to develop the modules. So if you guys, some of you come up with a module, share it with everyone. See, pretty much when you learn all this, you, with practical, could put chiropractic business already. Okay, one of us could replace 10 of those people. It's that fast. Because each time they have a suspected injury, it takes them 6 months to do it. It takes you 4 times. So you're going to take about 3 or 4 or 5 times more time than they could to cover it in the 6 months. So now we're going to put eye doctor out of business. No, eye doctor out of business, no. At least eye doctors doesn't cost life. I really want to put oncologists out of business. That's the first one I want to put them out of business, the oncologists. But they kill more people than save them.
They threaten the patient, so patient has to do the operation.
Yeah, they threaten it, but why do you have to give in?
They basically abuses patient.
Oh yeah.
If you don't do it, you have to, you'll die and all those things.
Yeah, that's what I learned from my dad. It's like that oncologist just keep reading on the chart. You have to do this, otherwise you that. Okay, so after he said that, to say all that, my dad just went, so what? So, oh.
That's not in the book, this answer. So what?
No, well, the best way to ask the questions, if you have friends or others, just teach them how to ask the questions. Okay, if I do all this, what are my chances of survival? I don't want to hear you say treatable. I say survival with quality of life. How long do you you gonna extend my life? Okay, I taught one of the clients that did that. They went back and asked the question. So the oncologist finally gave him this, it gives you 3 extra months. So he came back and said, why the hell did I have to go through hell just by 3 months laying in bed, do nothing? Which is right now, I have quality of life. I go out, visit friends, and do all those things. Once I started chemo, I couldn't do all that. So, ask the right question. It's not the treatable. Okay? It also is treatable. It's not. There's no cure. There's no cure for it. It's treatable. Okay? Then the next question is asked. Well, how long my life is going to be extended. Okay? So, ask the right question. So if themselves, they won't do it, because you're going to totally lose all your dignity during the treatments.
How about we have a guy who's the VP of, they make chemo drugs, right? He brings his wife here, he makes sure that we have her schedule every time, the day after chemo, she comes over here for powder removal.
What is he doing?
And he's VP of a drug company that makes, and he's in charge of product development.
Which company?
It's in processing, I forget what it's called,
Well, probably shouldn't say.
Yeah. I wonder why they didn't give her chemo then. She doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think she should get it, but at least he makes sure that she comes like right after her treatment. He scheduled it through the end of the year. So. And then I delivered the enzymes in his office too.
Yeah, you got a lot of fun stories here. So, maybe we could collect all this video and make a sad thing like live. I think we could compete against them now.
Mhm.
Sometimes you look at it, it's a joke, or it's not a joke. Well, but again, Western medicine here have their reason too. So depends. So lots of times you have to weigh the situations. Okay? Don't totally ignore Western medicine. It has its place. It could buy you time, buy you and your client some time to get them well. Okay, so don't totally ignore it, but use your judgment. Okay? Use everything that you know to do it. Don't. The only thing that I want is don't blindly follow anything. Use your judgment. Okay? Yeah, use your analytical skill. I was able to convince at 19, 20 years old, using his analytical skill. So it's not common, huh? Except when